first stop on the virtual tour today is our sewing department. Approximately 8 years ago, we started sewing different things that we didn't really know what we were doing, to be honest, but Interface had reached out to us to start sewing pre-consumer waste bags. They wanted us to do something with that material. We were able to develop and start sewing apparel bags, and they have kind of grown. This is one of the tote bags. So if you go to a trade show that Interface is putting on, this is what you'll get instead of a plastic bag or a canvas bag. Now it'll actually be made out of Interface carpet. We developed a way to put a backing on it so that it didn't unwind or unspool. And we have been doing, I don't know what the numbers are for those, but it's been a lot of sewing over the last few years, and we're very thankful to Interface for their partnership, because it ended up leading into some other opportunities through Delta Airlines, where we get the leather seats, and we're able to take that material and sew it into messenger bags and wine bags and all kind of things. And then that also led into getting the life vest. I think the last time I spoke to the Rotary Club, we put a life vest on Jim Thornton, and I'll tell you now that it was a child's life vest, and I did that on purpose. But we have been sewing in that material. Now, as soon as the coronavirus started in March, we made the decision that we would immediately switch over and start sewing masks. And it's been amazing what we've done, but we've had a lot of help from different individuals that found out we were doing. They've been donating material, they've been donating elastic, and the ladies here in our sewing department took that on because they really felt like they were truly making a difference in people's lives and helping to flatten the curve. And we've continued to make masks. Quite honestly, we started running out of some material, but those masks, we've done well over 1,000 masks. They have been given to Wellstar Medical. They've gone to Harmony House, the Bobby Dodd Institute in Atlanta, Georgia, and Troup County School System. But we've been very, very fortunate to have people in our sewing department that know a lost art. Sewing is not something that is taught in the schools as much anymore, I assume, and people, if they don't learn it at home, I'm not sure where they learn it. But we have some very talented people. Susan Bailey is one of our sewers here, and she's been with us for 5 or 6 years, I think. And how many? 6 years, I'm sorry. So she's been with us for 6 years, and we come up with a lot of odd requests sometimes on designs, but she enjoys making those designs and coming up with ways to do those things. We're now in the GEPS division of New Ventures, which stands for Georgia Enterprises for Products and Services. In the state of Georgia, agencies like New Ventures that work with disabled citizens, there's a law on the books in the state of Georgia that says any or certain products that are on government set aside that the state of Georgia is going to buy is mandated that it be bought from agencies like New Ventures. Products that we sell are first aid kits. We sell janitorial pads that spin on the floor to clean floors. Duracell batteries because of our alliance with Duracell in the locality here. And then also we sell Gojo products, hand soap, hand sanitizer, Purell hand sanitizer. So you can imagine how busy we have been over the last 3 months. I think during the first 2 or 3 weeks of the COVID-19 crisis, we sold 2 truckloads of hand sanitizer that went to Georgia Emergency Management Association, and then also to the Department of Corrections. And then we have been trying to keep up. Gojo and Purell have been working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trying to keep up with the demand. New Ventures and places like that sell, we are in the second tier of mandated product for them. So Gojo and Purell are mandated by the government to sell number 1 to hospitals, but then we come into state agencies behind that. So New Ventures is number 2, and every Thursday we find out what is available, and we've basically been buying anything that is available for that. But again, we have been doing a lot of hand sanitizer. The 2 ladies here in the back, Jeanette Turner and Amy Steele, run this area along with a guy named Andrew Barrett, who some of you may know. And Andrew calls on all the state agencies, and these ladies take care of making sure orders are fulfilled. Just want to take a minute and share and show you some of the products that we sell out of the Georgia Enterprises for Products and Services line. As I said, it's janitorial pads, it's Gojo, it's Duracell batteries, it's first aid kits. Every year in September, we have the opportunity to look at other products that we could put on state set aside. And that's kind of how this has evolved over a period of time. And 2 years ago, we were able to look, and since we did so much work with Duracell, and of course they're here in our own backyard, we reached out to Duracell and said it's crazy for us not to be selling Duracell products. And the state of Georgia, I think, buys somewhere around $12 million worth of batteries every year. And of course that is not all AA and AAA and 9-volt stuff, but we were able to capture part of that market, and we're able to reach out, and certainly we want to support local industry and support the people that support us. So Duracell has become a part of that. Same thing with Gojo. Of course, they're not local, but several years ago we started out selling just some of the small products that they did, and that has just evolved over time to where we actually have our own line called Venture, which is just a lower end version that we're able to sell to the state when the price becomes a problem or becomes an issue, and we're able to come back in with a manual dispenser. But we have a full line of automated stuff. We sell shampoo that's through Gojo. We sell the hand soap, the Purell hand sanitizers we've talked about, and of course all the janitorial pads and the first aid kits. First aid kits can be used or sold for any number of size locations, from anything up to, from a small mom and pop operation to something that's, thousands of employees. So in our business services division of New Ventures, we have janitorial crews and we have lawn care crews. As you can imagine right now, our janitorial crews have been extremely busy. We have about 37 properties that we look after, and a lot of those are requiring us now to come in and sanitize. The two people I'm with, Daryl Yarborough and Kelly Caldwell, are instrumental in making sure that those crews are doing all the things that they need to do to keep people safe. We have one plant that we're cleaning for. We take a crew in every other weekend, or a different crew in every other weekend, and they are sanitizing everything in the plant. Now it's about a 750,000 square foot building, so it's a lot to sanitize. But they have been very instrumental in making sure all those things are happening. We have acquired new equipment that electrostatically charges disinfectant that gets onto everything in a room, which is going to cut down our labor a little bit on some stuff and make us do it a little bit more efficiently. But we're so excited about all the work that we've had, and the community has been so supportive of janitorial, and mainly all the janitorial people that are working, and there's I think 37 total that are doing that. They all feel like they are really making a difference in our community and in the industry that we work with and keeping people safe. So 5 years ago, New Ventures was very blessed and fortunate to be able to acquire the building that's behind me. It's Lukken Industrial Drive. It's this former Signal Knitting Mills building. It's 131,000 square feet and sits on 30 acres of land adjacent to the industrial park. It gives us the opportunity to have sustainable growth for the next 50 years of our existence here, and it gives us plenty of room to do things and expand our operations. You may remember that this building was housed or was used by a company called Custom Organics. They made chicken food, and it wasn't the cleanest building in the world, and it wasn't the nicest smelling building in the world, but the company that owned it, when they sold out to another company, had 18 properties similar to this across the United States. They went on, when we made an offer on the building, they went online, saw what New Ventures does, called up back on Thursday, and or we made an offer on a Thursday, I'm sorry. They called back on Saturday and made a counter offer. And I will tell you that this building was on the market for $1.3 million. We had made an offer of $700,000, and they countered that Saturday with an offer of $250,000 after looking at our website, seeing what we did, and they knew that they said that they had been a terrible community partner with the smell and the dust, and they were very, very happy to work with us and make this happen for New Ventures. So we're excited still about this building. We're still in a phase of doing some renovating. It's not easy to, as a not-for-profit, to bite off all that at one time, but we're in the process, and we have a lot of different projects going on here, but still some growing and some renovation to do. So here in the Lukken Industrial Drive building, former Signal Knitting Mills, we have several opportunities to do stuff here. This building has afforded us the opportunity to enhance what we do and partner with several strategic partners. Two of which that we're standing right around that now is Lukken and Interface. We sew code base for both those organizations, and then area rugs for Lukken. Code base, any hotel that you go into, you'll look down at the bottom of the base, and it's what used to be rubber code base now is carpet code base. And the whole theory behind that is that it puts something soft on the wall and keeps vacuum cleaners from marring the walls and increasing their maintenance. But we also sew area rugs here for Lukken. Everything over a 9x12 area rug is done in our location, and we're very proud to have both those organizations as partners with New Ventures. Some of the other opportunities that we have here at this building is recycling corrugated. We started work with the city of LaGrange several years ago, and then that has branched out to work with a lot of industry that gives us corrugated. Troup County gives us all the corrugated that comes from the convenience site centers. It does two things. It keeps corrugated out of the landfill, and it also is a way for industry to invest back in training without having to have a line item there for training and give to New Ventures. So it makes sure we're earning every dollar we get. We also recycle nylon 6 and 6/6 yarn in this location. Textile industry gives us the yarn. We're able to take it off skinners or small rolls off the reels and take them and sell it back to yarn manufacturers that melt it back down and pelletize it and remanufacture it back into yarn again. Some of the other stuff we have been able to do here, we do fulfillment for a couple of companies. One company, M Group here in town, supplies Marriott and Hilton and all their subsidiaries with shower enclosures and the entire bathroom facility for hotels, and we store model units for each one of those. We can send them out in a day so that their sales cycle is cut down considerably. So we're standing inside what is known as the Phoenix South Wing. It's a model home that mirrors the same apartments that are in the Phoenix Landing that's just been built near the LaGrange Housing Authority. We were able to partner with, thankful for the partnership with the LaGrange Housing Authority, and y'all heard last year to build this. This building has afforded us lots of opportunities, and building a 1,400 square foot apartment was one of the things that it did. Now, our partnership with the LaGrange Troup County Homeless Coalition is why this was built here. So we will use this at some point in the future now as maybe a transitional house or transitional apartments for someone that's transitioning out of homelessness into a housed unit. And so we'll be able to take and use this. Of course, we would vet people coming in and out of here, but it would give them the opportunity to get out of situations where they're paying an exorbitant amount of money to stay in a hotel somewhere, and allow them to come here for a short amount of time, maybe 3 to 6 months, save up some money, and then be able to get into a home. So we're standing inside the sleeping room, which is part of the LaGrange Troup County Homeless Coalition's warming center that New Ventures has been fortunate enough to house for the last 4 years. The warming center was made possible through grants with the Callaway Foundation, LaGrange Housing Authority, Troup County Homeless Coalition, and the City of LaGrange, and Troup County Board of Commissioners, and through some private donations. But New Ventures was able to utilize some space here in this building that we were not using at the time. So it was refurbished with all those people, and now at any given time we'll have 15 to 30 people here when the temperature drops below 37 degrees in the wintertime, and they're able to come in, get a warm bed, a hot shower, a hot meal, and be able to get out of the situation that they're in. And we've been able to work with those individuals to get them not only housed, but employed in the community as well. Our goal in the next 12 months is to move all of our operations from the Fort Drive location, where we've been since 1971, to this location. There's plenty of room here, and we'd like to house everybody in the same location.